Hey guys, what is going on? It is Anthony here, back again with another video, and today we're going to be checking out the EVH EL34 5150 Iconic. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Before we get started, I do want to give a friendly reminder that less than a week, if you guys want to click on the link down below in the description, I'm giving away a $100 gift card to Sweetwater. So if any of you guys have not entered yet, now is your time to do so, because once the contest closes, I want to do a drawing on the final day after a winner is picked, and I don't want any of you guys to miss out. So without further ado, we're gonna get started on this review. So on this amplifier, we have two channels. We have your clean and your overdrive channel on the first channel. And on channel 2, we have a high gain channel with a burn switch, which is basically like a built-in overdrive on here, and you can control the amount of boost here. But everything's all shared on one EQ across the whole entire spectrum. And we have a power switch, which allows you to take it from 80 watts down to a quarter of 80 watts as well. And we also have, I believe, a speaker out in the back. But yeah, this amp is very similarly designed to what you would expect a PV5150 or a PV6505 to be. It just has EL34 tubes, and it's kind of like a modern take of it. So what are my first impressions and my overall first initial thoughts on this amplifier? I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, and before I actually get started in answering that question, I actually forgot to give a huge shout out and thank you again to Corey Gracie for allowing me to borrow this. That being said, to answer your guys' question, I really am enjoying my time with this amplifier more than I thought I would. Me being a huge sucker for, me having a PV6505 Plus, and just the overall like circuitry of that design that James Brown has designed in collaboration with Eddie Van Halen, I honestly love the Iconic. It honestly has like this modern take of that, but of course this one has like the EL34, so it's like a different feel where you're getting kind of like a warmer sound, and it's honestly super duper cool. It's definitely different enough from the 6505 that I can see why somebody would want to own both in that aspect. And I really love the clean channel actually on this one. I would honestly go as far without spoiling, because I will be shooting this out with my 6505 Plus here soon on the channel. But the clean channel actually sounds really good. I actually really like the clean channel better on this than I do my 6505 Plus. Could it be because it has EL34 power tubes? It's very much possible. Very well possible, I should say. But nonetheless, it is a better clean channel. And I definitely love the overdrive on here as well. But of course, my favorite thing, as any 5150 would be the high gain channel. The high gain channel on this thing, even without a boost, is crushing. Every time I play my 6505, even though it still sounds great on its own, I love boosting my 6505 Plus just because it has that extra raw girth and just aggression that I love. And it's just so raw and awesome. This still has that same kind of DNA in there, but with like the EL34s, it has like a different feel and character that I wouldn't get from my 6505 Plus. It's just kind of its own thing. And the fact that you have the built-in boost is even more really super duper cool. I honestly am really enjoying my time with this amplifier. I think you guys have heard enough of my first initial thoughts, so I'm gonna plug this thing in for you guys. I'm gonna go right to my load box. We'll go through the clean channel. I'll show you both the overdrive on here, then I'll show you the burn switch on the high gain channel and the noise gate, as well as I'll even be putting an overdrive that's in front of the amp to show you guys like how it sounds with that as well. So that being said, I'm gonna go plug this thing in for you guys, and I will see you guys on the other side. I don't know about you guys, but I think this amp sounds absolutely killer, and I think it sounds amazing, especially for the price. We're just gonna start with the pros here, and the first pro is the price. For roughly $999, this thing sounds and plays and performs way better than its asking price. I really am impressed with the feel and the overall clarity and articulation that this amplifier offers. I think it's one of the best amps for roughly under $1,000. And if you can find one of these used for like say $600 or $700, I really think you're getting an amazing deal. James Brown really designed something very well with EVH for the budget guitarist that's not looking to spend a whole ton, but still wants to spend enough just to get something of quality. And he definitely proved it with this amplifier. Build quality is really good. It doesn't feel cheap at all or flimsy. It's still very well built. The sound quality, of course, being the most important thing, sounds really good. I love the clean channel, that's another pro. The cleans on this are way better than the 6505s from the past. So if you're concerned about that, you don't need to worry about that with this amplifier in particular, at least the EL34 version. I mean, it takes a pedal very well. You also have the built-in boost. So if you're somebody that hates having to put a pedal in front of it just to get your tone, you have the built-in boost. You also have the built-in reverb, and you also have the built-in noise gate. So you're getting a lot of pros with this amplifier, and the fact that you can even reduce the wattage. And you have a speaker out on the back for recording as well. So for what this amp offers, it's a very simple amp overall. You get 2 channels and it's easy to dial in, set and forget, and it's very plug and play friendly. I would honestly recommend this amp to a lot of people, especially for those that are fans of EVH or who are fans of just the overall PV6505 sound, and they don't want to spend a lot on the original or even a lot on, say, even the block letter for that matter. I mean, it really is one of the best amps for the money that money can truly buy at a really reasonable asking price. So now that I've talked about the pros about this amplifier, what are the cons? If I'm being completely honest with you guys, there's really not a whole ton of cons that really make this amplifier a deal breaker. I mean, the only one that I can truly think of that would at least affect me is I do wish that these channels had completely separate EQs like the 6505 Plus that I have, to where the clean has a separate EQ from the lead channel. But Other than that, I think the amp performs very well, and I think it's still very gig friendly, and it's very simple to use. I think the user interface and just being able to dial in the tone you want is very simple, and I think that works for a lot of people. And if you're a simple guy who just wants to go up there and play rhythm and kill it, or you don't mind sharing your rhythm EQ with your lead tone, then I think you're gonna have, you know, a great amplifier. I mean, what you could always also do in the worst case scenario is if you don't need the clean channel, you could just crank the first channel to be your rhythm channel and then use the red as your lead, or vice versa, and just boost it with an overdrive pedal in the front, and that'd probably be your best compromise. And I think that could be very well worked in a live scenario. But then again, you're sacrificing your clean channel. But that's really my only main gripe with this amplifier. But other than that, I think it really performs and sounds great. It's easy to dial in a killer sound right out of the gate. The only other con that I can truly think of is, although I think the noise gate is very nice and handy, I do feel like a noise gate, as well as having an overdrive in the front and the built-in stuff, is more effective and better than what's built onto the Iconic. But let's say, like, for convenience sake, you forget your overdrive pedal or your noise gate pedal, or you just don't feel like bringing it and you just want to use the noise gate on this and the burn switch on this, then I think it's totally effective if you just want to use the one channel for 90% of the live set. I think it serves its purpose well enough to where it would still sound killer live. But if I'm being kind of nitpicky, I would prefer using my own overdrive in front of the amp as well as my own noise gate. But that's just me. All opinions aside, and all, you know, cons aside, I think this is a great amplifier. I think the clean tones sound great. I think both channels sound really, really good. And the price that you're getting it at is very hard to refuse. All that being said, I'm giving this amplifier a 9.5 out of 10 guitar picks. For $999, I'm very, very, very impressed with this amplifier and actually very surprised by it. I know when the Iconic first came out, there was a lot of lukewarm reception and there was a lot of, you know, hate about this amp going around, and it kind of deterred me at first from wanting to try one out. But now that I actually got to try one out and I actually got to hear it for myself, I didn't understand the hate. I didn't understand the negative feedback that people were giving this amp at its first inception. But I'm blown away. I really think it sounds aggressive. I think it sounds nasty on channel 2. I think the crunch sounds great. I think the cleans sound really good, especially with it having the EL34s. I think that helps tremendously. Honestly, if I had to describe this amplifier, it's kind of like the modern take of the PV6505s and 5150s, just tighter, more refined. It really sounds killer. Like, and everything is just simple to use. Again, if you want something that's just a great hard rock and metal amp, but still having good clean tone overall for not a lot of money, or at least not a ton of money, I think for under $1,000, if you can find one of these used, I say go with it. You're gonna get something that's versatile enough to do other things, but you're still gonna have that awesome aggression that you would typically get from a 5150 on that channel too, because let's be honest, that channel 2 sounds really killer. And I think anyone, whether they're a metal fan, a rock fan, a hard rock player, or even an EVH fan, obviously for that matter, if you play metalcore, prog, any sort of extreme metal, modern metal, classic metal, would be absolutely happy with this amplifier. Again, I'm very, very impressed with it. I'm very sold on the Iconic. And even though this is not mine, I'll definitely be enjoying my time with it. Again, huge thank you, Corey, for allowing me to borrow this. I'm having so much fun with it that I honestly am maybe thinking about maybe getting an Iconic down the line. I definitely want to try the 6L6 version for sure, though. I'm very happy with the amplifier. I am really curious to hear your guys' overall thoughts. Leave them down below in the comments. Do you think the EVH Iconic is worth the money? Do you think there's better amps for the money? Do you prefer the PV6505 to the Iconic? Let me know down below in the comments down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Of course, leave a comment like I've just said. And again, I'm really curious to hear what you guys think of the Iconic. If you guys do think there's other amps that are amazingly good for the money, that are under $1,000, let me know also down below, because I would love to review those on the channel and see how I can get them eventually on here for you guys. But until then, be on the lookout for me shooting this out with the PV6505 Plus that I have before I get this amp back to its owner. But until then, I'm Anthony DeFilio, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.